79th Street again because of road work, milling work that is going on there. I'm looking live at the Deegan, thanks to the 1010 Winds Jam Cam. There are slowdowns that go back to McLean Avenue. Very aggravating stuff with morning rush hour construction going on. Not good. Mass transit, though, very good. We're running on a posted schedule. Our next report is coming up at 7:51. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Well, it is one of those we hardly knew you situations down at One Police Plaza. Word is that interim NYPD Commissioner Thomas Donlan could be stepping down as early as today. Donlan took over after Edward Caban resigned, so where do they go from here?
Several names already out there who'll be succeeding Donlan. One is Jessica Tisch, the current sanitation commissioner. Apparently he's at that top of the list. 73-year-old Ben Tucker is getting some consideration, a retired top brass of the NYPD who left the department back in December of 2021. Was at a Times Square press conference at the subway station there that Eric Adams was pressed about this.
I must have said this 1,000 times. I'll do it 1,001. When we announce personnel movement, we always let you know.
When appearing, though, on Telemundo a short time later,
we're going to be announcing the permanent police commissioner. We're doing a lot of reorg.
Also part of a busy Thursday, federal agents taking some records from the NYPD School Safety Division office, that's in Long Island City, in connection with an investigation about city contracts. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Winds, 92.3 FM at City Hall.
And for continuing coverage of the federal investigation into Mayor Adams, you could stay with 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM. After assessing the destruction left behind by Hurricane Milton, it sounds like a tale of two coasts for the residents in Florida.
For those on the east coast of Florida, I think that this thing was significantly worse than they could have imagined, given of all the tornadoes and all the destruction caused over there. Meantime, on the west coast, right where Milton was heading and eventually where it hit, I spoke with residents in Siesta Key, for example, where Milton made landfall, who told me we got off easy.
That's Victor Okendo reporting. There's one guy people are talking about who reminds everybody of Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. His nickname is Lieutenant Dan. He's Joe Malinkowski, a one-legged sailor who made headlines this week for refusing to evacuate his sailboat in Tampa before Milton barreled down on that city. Well, the guy's still in one piece, and he's just a little tired.
It was a lot of bumping around, a lot of bouncing around. I want to get some sleep. I didn't sleep at all.
Malinowski's already been offered, get this, $50,000 to $100,000 to buy a new boat from the streaming platform Kick, as they'd like him to live stream his adventures on his boat. The folks out on Long Island have been doing their part to help in the relief efforts from Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Hempstead Supervisor Don Clavin says they're doing a major supply collection drive to help out the thousands of Florida residents who are in need of the basics.
We're working with shipping companies to make sure these get to the area. In addition, we're also communicating with the folks down in Florida, the state officials, the county officials, to find those areas they think they need them the most.
Clavin says they'll also be sending trucks and employees to southern Florida to assist in the cleanup and relief effort. Later this morning, around 11 a.m., they're going to be announcing how and where you can donate supplies. Winds News Time, 7:46. This year's Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to the Japanese organization Nihon Hidankyo. The announcement made this morning in Oslo.
This grassroots movement of atomic bomb survivors from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, also known as Hibakusha, is receiving the Peace Prize for its efforts to achieve a world free of nuclear weapons.
Last year's Peace Prize went to an Iranian human rights activist for her fight against the oppression of women in Iran and to promote human rights and freedom for all. Mayor Adams has launched a new program to help the homeless down on the subways. The mayor looking to pair up outreach workers and clinicians with transit police officers to offer shelter and services to those people in need. They've been doing it since August. The program's called Partnership Assistance for Transit Homelessness. Molly Wasso Park is the Commissioner of Social Services for the city. She says they want to meet the needs of those who are homeless and have a wide range of placements that are available.
Somebody who is unsheltered but considers themselves to be a resident of a given community isn't going to go far away. So we are focused on making sure that we have low barrier beds in communities all around the city.
The mayor says this new program is designed to help ensure the safety of subway riders. Former President Obama on the stump for Kamala Harris. Mr. Obama in Pittsburgh last night, talking about the vice president's plan to give parents a $6,000 tax credit so they can buy the basic things they need. Obama hearkening back to the days when he got sticker shock from the price of diapers.
That's how much diapers cost. I remember changing diapers. You think Donald Trump ever changed the diaper?
Donald Trump in Motown yesterday. The former president speaking at the Detroit Economic Club, saying the vice president would hurt more American cities if she's elected.
You want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. You're going to have a mess on your hands. She destroyed San Francisco. She destroyed, along with Newsom, California. And we're not going to let her do that to this country. We're not going to let it happen.
Mr. Trump in Detroit, ripping the city of Detroit. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan defending the city's resurgence, saying the NFL hosted their draft there, and the city's seen a decline in violent crimes and an increase in population. The folks at City Harvest are now celebrating 20 years of their mobile markets program. That's where they deliver free, nutritious food to New Yorkers in need. Carlos Rodriguez is the operations officer for City Harvest. He says they will not be letting up in their efforts.
It's critical now more than ever. You know, we have more than 1 million visits by New Yorkers to the mobile markets over the last 20 years. And we know that just pales in comparisons to the number of New Yorkers that are coming to our food pantries and network partners throughout the 5 boroughs.
City Harvest getting fresh vegetables and fruits to families and children in need. He says food insecurity is at an all-time high. WINS News Time, 7:49. You guys want to do a list? It's been a while.
Oh, it's so nice to be with you.
Digest running down the nicest places to live in the U.S. By nice, I mean the people there. How about this? Fort Greene in Brooklyn coming in second in the country for nicest spots. Al Roker was part of the judging panel, and when it came to the nicest numero uno city in America, Provo, Utah was the place. Fort Greene, though, known for its Brooklyn Academy of Music and its charming brownstones. Apparently the people there are charming too. Silver Spring, Maryland coming in third place.
My kids, my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer...
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's snippet of the news. We appreciate all the new subscribers, the new historians. The mission for this YouTube channel is to record these daily local snippets for future generations to look back and check out. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next episode.